Good night, world. It's 10:40 p.m. Live, and you're making your video you're making your video much earlier today. Yes, because bad news. After I woke up and I went to the store and got a pack of smokes, I went to the washroom to brush my teeth. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. And the moment I got out of the washroom or the bathroom, right, I saw the internet. My step parents disconnected the internet cord like 10:30. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't watch. I was so pissed off because I was just about to go watch the Rad Brad's Last of Us Part One, right, on YouTube and because there's nothing to do in the house. I have movies obviously, but I don't have an HDMI cord in my TV. There's an HDMI cord upstairs, but there's someone sleeping upstairs in the living room. I don't know why they're sleeping upstairs in the living room, and they won't let me take the HDMI. They're gonna get pissed off obviously from the TV upstairs. So I have nothing to do. I have two choices. I can either read my screenwriting book, which I don't feel like reading right now. Almost done the book. I have like 45 pages left. Or I sleep, or I make a video. I decide to just make a video, guys. So you guys will not see this video in a good, like, I don't know, 10 hours from now. 8 o'clock. Today is still Saturday, so 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, Sunday, you guys will see this video. And yeah. So I'll make this a 30-minute part for now. I'm gonna go work on my book with my younger stepbrother, obviously. Then I'll continue the video afterwards. But you guys won't tell the difference because what you guys only hear what I record, right? So you won't notice the time difference, obviously, right? That's why I can't wait to get out of this house, man. I can't wait to just sell my book. And once I live on my own, I don't have to worry about any of this bullshit, man. I don't have to worry about people yelling at me, the internet cord being taken away. I don't have to worry about any of that. Yeah, yeah. Man, Ivan, your step parents hate you. Yeah, they do. They hate me a lot. Take away the cord, lock the doors on me, cause mess my life, yell at me. You know what I'm saying? They won't even reconnect my SIM my SIM card if I don't delete my videos. And I can't delete my videos because I want what either I delete it or I put it on private, obviously. But if I put it on private, to put it on private, I have to go over like all my 1,000 videos individually and put it individually on private. I don't feel like doing that. I did that for a good like couple of days and it was too much work. I did like 40 videos. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. This is way too many videos, man. I can't do it. It's too much. And then if I put it back on private, I have to put it all back on for the public, for the new generation to see, which I don't want to do. There's 40 videos. There's about like 40 videos right now in my listening series that I have on private, and I'm not gonna go back and put it back on public. I don't even know where those videos are. So for all those guys in the new generation, they're not gonna be able to see a good 40 videos, but they're gonna be able to see all the rest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hence why I can't wait to get out of this house, man. Yeah. My step parents are the weirdest people in the world, man. They're fucking weird people, man. Who takes away the internet cord? You just want to make my life a living hell, man. Like, oh my god, I've been through enough of my life, and I'm 30 years old, and you take away the fucking internet cord. Oh my god, man, who does that? Like, even though VJ's families are what are just as bad as my family, I guarantee her parents don't take away the internet cord. Because my step parents are fucking weird. Yeah, my stepmother doesn't take away the internet cord. Yeah, they don't take away the internet cord. You know what I'm saying? It's been an ongoing trend since like 2009. Taking away the internet cord, taking away the DVD cord, TV cord, taking away my PS3 too. Yeah, they also took away my PS3 a few times too. Yeah, they're fucking weird people. Breaking my games, breaking my movies. Yeah, man. They just hate me, man. I have a huge hatred for me. It's crazy, man. Ivan, they broke your games. Yes, I did. They broke my games. Remember, I bought Lord of the Rings Conquest The game that came out like in 2010. I was excited to play it on PS3 and they broke that. And I remember they kept taking away my PS3 too, hiding it. Yeah, they took away the cord, taking away the internet cord. This has been going on since 2009, guys. Take it. They. I told you a story how one day they took away the. One day they took away the internet. They also took away the DVD connection. That way I can't watch any movies. And they also took away the plug for the TV, and I had nothing to do at all. And that's what led me to write that apostasy book, and that's what led me to write Zanus. Amazing story, huh? Yeah. Here. Yeah. So I'll talk for a good 30 minutes now. And I just talked with my younger brother. I'm supposed to work on my book in a good like 20 minutes. I don't mind extending it for a good 10 minutes. Around after this part, I'm going to work on my book with my younger brother. And then I will continue the video afterwards. And I'll watch the video. And once I watch the video, I might just go to bed and sleep. I'll sleep till like 8. I already slept for like 7, 8 hours earlier. I'll just rest for a good, like, I don't know, 5 hours till like 8 o'clock till the internet cord's connected, and I'll upload the video. And I'll make another video afterwards, most likely. See what I'm saying? But you guys will not be seeing this video until like 8 hours from now, guys. 8, 9 hours from now. 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday. Because right now it's still Saturday. It's 10, like 50, whatever it is. PM in the evening, see what I'm saying? In Eastern Canada, right? Whereas you guys in Los Angeles right now, it's only like about 7 o'clock. You guys it's only like 7 o'clock in Los Angeles right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you guys will be pissed off, Ivan, man. Like, we have to wait 9 8. You gotta wait like 9 hours, guys, until like 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in Eastern Canada, which is a good, I don't know, 5 o'clock in Los Angeles, in the West Coast, right? Yeah. Because right now in Los Angeles, it's about like 7:30 right now in Los Angeles, in the West Coast. Right now in Vancouver, it's the same time, about 7 o'clock in Vancouver. So all you guys in the West Coast who are still awake right now, and all you guys on the other side of the world, all the people on the other side of the world are like just waking up right now, or they're still sleeping. It's probably about 5 o'clock on the other side of the world in most places. They're sleeping. They're about to wake up, Sarah. Oh, I'm going to talk about this Matrix topic again. Ivan, you're really considering person versus the Matrix? Yes, I am. There's a high chance I might just make those 4 movies instead, though. I'm just being honest. But I might perhaps purchase the Matrix franchise. We'll see what happens. I'm going to have this talk with VJ. I'm going to have this talk with VJ. I was going to watch The Rings of Power episode 2 today, but because the cord, because the what? Because the cord is disconnected, I can't watch it, obviously. They took away the cord, so I'll watch it tomorrow night, whatever it is. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's talk about the Matrix. So I'm gonna have this talk with VJ when we go to Vancouver, when I meet her. When I meet her in in Los Angeles, obviously. Yeah, I know you want to make those 4 movies and you want to do the Matrix franchise. Okay, VJ, what are you thinking? What franchise do you want to do? Do you want to do the Matrix franchise, a 3 movie trilogy, or do you prefer to do those 4 different movies? I don't know, Ivan. That's tough. I really want to do that Greatest Game movie. I really want to do that romance movie with you, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I also want to do that Matrix trilogy with you, too. Yeah, the Matrix franchise is cool. It's unique. The Matrix franchise is cool, too, yeah. But something tells me VJ will tell me I want to do the Matrix trilogy, because the Matrix trilogy will even be better than the Great Escape. The Great Escape is an amazing movie. It's like James Bond, but like it's cooler seeing me as the one kicking ass, VJ kicking ass in the Matrix, and then be seeing me kicking ass as a secret agent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like even though John Wick is really cool and it's cool seeing Keanu Reeves kick ass as John Wick, it's not as cool as seeing him in the Matrix kicking ass. That was a very cinematic experience seeing Keanu Reeves kick ass in the Matrix. Yeah. But here's the thing though, I don't want to do Keanu Reeves and all them like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I make that Matrix trilogy, Keanu Reeves and all them will no longer be saved. They're going to be left behind. They're not going to be my movie. I'll have him have a cameo appearance in the Matrix, but he's only going to have a small, like, 8-minute appearance. And that's it. And, like, Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson will no longer be saved. You know what I'm saying? What do you think you're going to do? I don't know. Something tells me I might just end up doing the 4 movies, to be honest. Because for me to do the Matrix, I have to go through that hassle of calling up Warner Bros. And meeting with them, and we negotiate the deal. It's gonna cost me billions to do that. I have to, they're gonna cost me like $2 billion to purchase the rights. You know what I'm saying? And Matrix is a more complicated movie to make. It's a more complicated movie to make, obviously. So if I do purchase the rights off the Matrix, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna study the 3 scripts. I read the whole Matrix one script like 2 years ago. I went online. I read the whole thing. So what I'm gonna have to do with VJ is I'm gonna have to read the 3 scripts, study the story, that way I understand the plot better, and then I tell VJ my idea for the story, and she helps me plan out the three movies. See what I'm saying? So Ivan, you want to plan? Yeah, I want to pre-plan. Like, I'm mainly gonna plan the first movie first, but I'm gonna make sure I take some notes for the second movie and third movie. That way, I have an idea. I have a foundation for writing my script for the second movie and the third movie. And that way, when I pitch the Wachowski sisters, I pitch them my idea for the 3 movies. See what I'm saying? I pitched my idea for the 3 movies. Yeah. Ivan, what's your idea for the second? I don't know. My idea for the second movie is something like drastic. I'm in the Matrix. I'm kicking ass, obviously, and then at the end of the movie, VJ gets captured. Obviously, VJ gets captured. Obviously, by the agents. VJ gets captured. Obviously, by the agents. Obviously, and and Smith. VJ gets captured by the agents. Obviously, and she's kept in some base, kind of like Morpheus. Like Morpheus, obviously, and then I'm saying, and then you have Smith, and the base is like is guarded by by cops, and like hundreds of agents are guarding the area, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And so something similar to Morpheus. He's like you have to he's like you have to save her. You know, and I try to save her, obviously, and then I try to save her, obviously, and Morpheus and all of them are like, something crazy happens. The people come in, you're gonna need help. You can't fight them all by yourself. Yeah, because even though Neil's the one, he can take on all the agents. Obviously, the moment like you had a lot of Smith clones, he was struggling a little bit. He had to take the pole. Obviously, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, he had to use the pole because there was just too many agents. So they guarded. I don't know. BJ gets captured, and you know what I'm saying. And they're gonna kill her, obviously. And I go to the Matrix to try and save her. And people what? A few people offer to come with me. I don't want you to come with me. I'm afraid you want. I'm afraid. The last thing I want to do is have you die. You know what I'm saying? And one of the person, 2 people choose to come with me. Obviously, one of them end up dying. Obviously, and I end up saving VJ, obviously, from Smith. and then one of them ends up dying, obviously. And that one death that happened, obviously, what it affects me, VJ, and all the people in the ship drastically, obviously. And I go into I become very depressed, and I go into a depression state, all that stuff. And the third movie takes place like 5 years later. 5 years later, obviously, and then again, you know what I'm saying? So, Ivan, you're very depressed. Yeah, I'm very depressed. You know what I'm saying? And what? Yeah. So that's right there for the second one. Yeah, something like that. But it happens like towards the end of the movie, obviously. VJ gets captured by the agents. In Soldier, she's on the run. She gets captured, but she's captured by the agents, obviously. And then they hold her in some base like Morpheus, obviously. But this time, the whole base is surrounded by a bunch of cops. The cops I can easily take, but then there's also a bunch of agents that are guarding the area too. A bunch of Smith clones that are guarding the area and all that stuff. And I'm the only one who's capable of saving her, obviously. But even me as the one, I need help because there's like 100 agents guarding the base. And the VJ, they torture VJ, they beat her up and all that stuff. And then they're gonna kill her, obviously. They're gonna kill VJ. You know what I'm saying? Why are they gonna kill her? I don't know. I can find the ways to come up with a story with VJ and those Kelsey sisters. I'm sticking something like that for the second movie. So the beginning of the movie is me. I'm obviously like reload. I'm kicking ass. VJ's kicking ass. Obviously, I fight all these Smith clones. But eventually, they capture VJ, and I have to go save her. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the people in the ship offer to come with me. Ivan, let me come with you. You're gonna need all the help you can get. I'm like, guys, you can't take the agents. Only I can take the agents. You're gonna need our help. And I choose to come with them, obviously. And I go into the base and I save VJ, obviously. And you see me, I kick ass. I'm fighting all the agents. They're help me. They're fighting all the cops. And I save VJ, obviously. But then one of the guys ends up dying, and it devastates me and VJ. And I go into depression. The end of the movie shows there's a grave, and I'm depressed, obviously. And the next movie takes years, 5 years later, and I have a beard, and I'm older, I'm more mature, and I'm depressed. You know what I'm saying? Because of the loss of a death, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And then that leads to the final battle with Smith, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Holy shit, I'm gonna creep. Yeah, I know my shit, man. I know I'll tell a good story. Yeah. So Ivan, so you want like you want your movies to take place? Yeah, the second movie takes place like a couple years later after the second movie. I won't have them take place too long. The second movie is like maybe a year and a half, 2 years after the first one. You know what I'm saying? And the third movie is like 5 years later, and I'm older and I have like a beard. You know what I'm saying? VJ's older, everyone's older. You know what I'm saying? Because the third movie will be filmed like 7.5 years later, everyone will look older. Hence why you have it take place 5 years later, and we're all older. But I'm gonna stay young forever, obviously. But I'm gonna have them make me look older. I have a beard. I'm older. VJ's older, and so yeah, yeah. So if I choose to purchase the rights off the Matrix, this is my deal for Dave for Warner Bros. If David, I don't know if David Zaslav will still be CEO by then. He might not be, but if he is, I'm gonna give him a call, obviously. Okay, I'm interested in purchasing one of your brands. The rights for one of your brands. Oh yeah, Ivan, what brand you thinking of? The Matrix. The Matrix, my Matrix brand. Yeah, I want to buy your Matrix brand. Like the whole thing, Ivan. Yes, the whole thing. Are you interested? If you're not interested in selling your brand, just tell me. I'll just make my 4 movies. If you are, then we're gonna have to what have negotiation talks, obviously, right? But I'm gonna tell Steve Zaff, look, man, I want to purchase the rights off your Matrix franchise, obviously, but there's conditions and terms. I'm not kidding around. These are my okay, Ivan. What are your conditions and terms? Okay, these are my 2 conditions and terms. If you don't accept these terms, I am not touching your franchise. I'm just gonna make those 4 movies because I have nothing to lose. If the Matrix deal doesn't work out, I can just make the Great Escape. It's not a big deal. I can still make that amazing Great Escape movie. You know what I'm saying? And I went online. The Matrix movie was actually PG-13. I thought it was 14 plus, but no, it's PG-13. The Matrix. So I could make the Matrix trilogy PG-13. I don't have to make it 14 plus. I mean, because the Matrix, the Matrix movies are PG-13, and they're pretty dark. But I want the agents to be more. I want the agent. I don't want to make it rated R, no, but I want it. I want to make it at least like 14 plus, 13 plus, because I want the agents to be. I want it to be a bit darker. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, will you have a nude in it? I'll have PG-13 nude, like what you got for Reloaded, something like that with me and VJ. So you have a sex scene with me, her, and Zion, but it's PG. It's PG. I PG-13 it. So I'm saying. I'll have this talk. I could make it PG-13. I'm gonna have a talk with John Favreau. Hey John, yeah, Ivan, do you want to have Zane's PG-13 or do you want to have it 14 plus? Ivan, you can make it 14 plus. 14 plus is not that. Kids can watch 14 plus movies, Ivan, but rated R they can't watch it. Yeah, 14 plus kids can watch it. 14 plus is for 14-year-olds. 14 years olds not. PG-13 is for kids. PG-13 is 13 up pretty much. It's 13 up and all kids can also watch, but PG-13 is can be what? Yeah. PG-13 is not. PG is meant for kids. PG-13 is meant for teens and up. So PG-13 and 14 plus is pretty much the same rating, right? PG-13 is 13 and up. 14 plus is 14 and up. So I can make Matrix 14 and up. I'm not going to make it rated R. No. The Matrix is not meant to be rated R. I'll have it 14 plus. That way the kids, yeah, Ivan, 14 plus is fine. If you want to make, yeah, if you want to make it a little darker, yeah, I want the agents to be darker. I want them to be a bit more blood. No swearing, but I'll have them say bitch and like shit in it. And John's like, yeah, Ivan, 14 plus is fine. You know what I'm saying? Kids can watch 14 plus, but they can't watch rated R. Yeah, rated R they can't watch. But 14 plus they can watch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna ask John Dave, hey John Dave, what do you think? Ivan, what's up? Yeah, okay, John, I'm thinking of making my 4 movies. The Great Escape, I tell them what the stories are about. The Great Escape, they already know. The Great Escape, they're unique. The Hidden Vampire movie and the Western Gangster movie. Or I'm thinking of purchasing the rights of Warner for the Matrix trilogy. Now, okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of for your story? Yeah, I'm thinking this. They already know it's my videos, and I tell them the story. Like, holy shit, Ivan. That sounds like a masterpiece, Ivan. That story will even rival your Zanus movie. Yeah, Zanus will be better, but it'll rival Zanus. You know what I'm saying? And John Favreau, only Ivan, do that Matrix trilogy, man. You gotta do that Matrix trilogy. Yeah, it's an amazing movie. Yeah, man. Do that Matrix trilogy, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Do that Matrix trilogy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do that Matrix trilogy, Ivan. I do the Matrix trilogy, obviously. But Ivan, what do you think? Is there a high chance of doing a Matrix trilogy or the 4 movies? I think it's 50-50 chance, man. 50 chance, 50% chance. 50% chance I might do the Matrix trilogy. 50% chance I'll do the 4 movies. So there's still hope. There's still big hope for Keanu Reeves now. There's a high chance I will do those 4 movies over the Matrix franchise. I'm saying it just depends what VJ says. I'm gonna have to talk this over with VJ. If VJ doesn't want to do the Matrix trilogy, I'll just do the Great Escape. But VJ will love to do that. Yeah, I mean, I want to do that Matrix trilogy so bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That Matrix story is good. It'll even rival Zanus. It'll even be better than The Great Escape, man. The Great Escape will be an amazing movie, but not as good as the Matrix movie. The life of the one as a kid. You know what I'm saying? You get his life. He's a kid and he's a dropout in high school. He gets caught hacking. You have a scene. You have a scene where he gets caught, and it's such serious shit. When he gets sent to the principal office, like the agents are in the principal's office. Or I can do a thing where um I get caught and I go to the principal's office And then the cops arrest me, obviously, and they put me in some interrogation room. And Agent Smith, something like Neo, and they talk to me and all that stuff. And they said you can do 5 years in jail, 10 years in jail for this. You know what I'm saying? And me getting caught, that's what leads the Agent Smith to be suspicious of me, obviously. But he does not know that I'm the one. So I'm saying he does not know that I'm the one, obviously. Yeah. And 20 years later, I'm like 36 years old. And I'm saying, and then you get, and then I'm now me, obviously. And then I'm a dishwasher, and I'm still doing hacking stuff on the side, but I'm more careful. And what? And then Agent Smith finds out who I am, obviously. He finds out I'm the one. He finds out I'm the one, or he's suspicious of who I am. He becomes suspicious he becomes more aware of what's really going on. Aaron? And that's when I get the call, you're in danger, they're after you. And you have 3 minutes. So I would have something crazy like what happened with Neo in his office, obviously, when Morpheus is like hiding in the cubicle, you know what I'm saying? But something more intense than that. It goes on for like 12, 15 minutes of the movie. I go in my apartment, you see like 3 Agent Smith and like 2 of his agents walking up the stairs. I'm like, holy shit, get out of there now. And you get this music, something crazy, yeah. I want the movie to be a little darker. The agents are more. I'm gonna tell the cops, I want the agents to look more formidable in this movie than they did in your trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Agent Smith, the agents are more powerful than they were before. Agent Smith is more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Agent Smith is more powerful. Yeah. So let's go back to the contract, obviously. So my deal for David Zaslav, if he's still CEO by then, is $2 billion. If he gets greedy and he wants 3.5, I'm like, David, Matrix is not as big as Star Wars. I'm not going to give you $3.5 billion for a movie. You rip me off. For the franchise, you rip me off. Your games were pretty successful, but they weren't smash hits. You know what I'm saying? I played Path of Neo. I watched it on YouTube. I played the game Path of Neo. Pretty good game. It wasn't a huge hit. Path of Neo wasn't a huge hit. But at the same time, it wasn't what? It wasn't a flop. It was pretty successful, and Enter the Matrix wasn't a huge hit either. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you do like that. And your Matrix Resurrection movie flopped. Your brand is looking too good right now. I'm not gonna pay you $3.5 million. My deal is $2 billion, and you'll accept my deal. I have a deal. Okay, before I give you the $2 billion, David, there are some terms and conditions. Okay, I have more of the terms. Okay, the first thing, I'm not kidding around. The first thing, the Wachowski sisters have to agree to direct my 3 movies. My 3 movie trilogy. If they do not agree, the deal's off. I am not touching your Matrix franchise. That's the first thing. He's in as. The second thing, I'm not kidding around, don't hate me. You need to erase your resurrection mess from the face of the map and delete the whole thing completely from the face of the world, man. Delete it all. Ivan, what do you mean? What I mean is, Matrix Resurrection will no longer be available anywhere in the world for anyone to buy. It's not available on Amazon. It's not available in stores. It's not available on YouTube. It's not available anywhere for anyone to buy. You know what I'm saying? The only people who will have access to it are the people who already bought the movie. Obviously, they can keep the movie. Obviously, but the whole thing is erased. It's deleted. It's erased from canon. Oh, we can't do that, man. Like, we already made the movie, my guys. The movie is dead. It's done. It flopped. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to tell this story, I have to erase this mess from the map, man. Erase it from the map. I don't want it a part of canon. If I have it a part of canon, I will not be able to make my story as what? You already made your sequel Resurrection from your originals, and I can't fix that. It's very tough to fix a messy movie like that, hence why you need to erase it from canon. And some of the actors who were on Resurrection might be a bit pissed off about that. They might be a bit offended. Ivan, what the fuck? I was in. Look, when I mean erase, I mean you gotta erase it. Erase it from the map, man. You know what I'm saying? Erase it from the map. So when I mean erase, it means the movie will know. You're gonna have to make those calls. No stores can sell the movie anymore. No company will know. You cannot distribute the movie anymore. You cannot sell it on YouTube. You cannot sell it on Amazon. You cannot sell it online. Can't sell on YouTube. It is erased. It is done. It's dead. You erase it. Complete from the face of the map. Oh, I was just saying, oh, we can do that. Yes. If you don't do that, I am not touching your brand, and I'm not going to give you $2 billion. You know what I'm saying? And if Warner Bros. Disagrees, oh, we don't want to do that, man. We you know what I'm saying? We worked hard on this. We put a lot of money towards my guys. You did not work hard on this. I guarantee the Wachowski sisters half-assed it. The movie was terrible. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. It's a mess. It ruined the Matrix brand. You need to erase it from the face of the map. Erase it from the face of the planet, man. Oh, yeah, I agree with you there for yes. If you don't do that, I am not purchasing the rights off your Matrix franchise, and I will not be able to tell my story. If you want me to tell that story, you need to erase the resurrection from the face of the map. That way, I can tell my story. And you don't have plot holes and content. In other words, I can't tell my story. I can't do a sequel based off Resurrection. No, it'll create contradictions and plot holes, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You need to erase the Resurrection brand from the face of the map. You know what I'm saying? And I need to get the Wachowski sisters to be on board. Because I heard they don't want to touch the Matrix ever again, obviously. They said they don't want to do any more Matrix movies after Resurrection. I need to find a way to get them on board to direct my 3 movies. If they do not agree, I'm not touching the Matrix franchise. A good chance they will agree. Okay, Ivan, as long as you're in, as long as you're working on it, and because they want to be saved, obviously, and you know what I'm saying, Ivan. In order for us to be involved in your movie, you're gonna have to sell us. You're gonna have to what? We're gonna have to be sold out by your story, Ivan. Okay, I'll tell you my story, and I tell my story like, holy shit, that sounds like a masterpiece, Ivan. Deja vu, huh? I'm like, yeah, Ivan, why didn't I think of that? That sounds like an amazing story. Fuck it, Ivan, I'm on board. Hell yes, let's direct this trilogy, yeah. And you guys will be saved for 10 years of your life, and you're gonna get paid your millions. There, yeah. Obviously, and there's a high chance I perhaps might make, if I choose to start the game division, I will make the Matrix game, obviously, based off my movie. I'll put like $400 million towards each of my games, and I'll make an amazing game. Remember that Unreal Engine Matrix technology thing that came out like last year? Rabbit played a part of it. Yeah, think of technology like that for my Matrix game. You have the story of the one. He's a kid. He's in school. You have the story of him when he's in school. He's in class. You know what I'm saying? He's a hacker. He gets caught and all that stuff. Yeah, you tell this amazing story, this game story. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you play as me. The beginning of the game, you play as a kid, me, obviously, and then later on, you play as me, the face model of me in the game. Something crazy like that. Yeah, man. Anyways, I'm gonna shut this part off. Work my working on brother, and I'll be back in a good like 30 minutes from now. I'll continue part 2. Show my cat here.